Okay, in this project, we're going to be working with the Adobe Illustrator using the mesh tool, and we're also are going to have a reflection using a mode. So let's just do a web document, make it about 500 pixels by 500 pixels. We can resize it later since it's done in the vector art program. And so let's draw our 8-ball. The circle, hold down Shift using the ellipse tool. And we want to have that fairly towards the top. And we'll duplicate that a bunch of times. And make those smaller. Once again, holding down our Shift tool, we want to keep that on the same plane. And so we have 3 pool balls. And let's say we have one red, so that'd be 255, 0, 0. And one green, 0, 255, 0. And we'll darken that up a little bit, make it a little more realistic. Same thing with the red. Make it a little bit more realistic. Pull it back a little bit. There we go. And we'll look at our layers and see, put our paths behind the black. I said we're going to be working with the mesh tool. And it's fairly simple to get started, and obviously fairly complicated once you want to do anything with it that's real. There we go. So we select our area, and it's easy enough just to click here, and then we can figure out, let me put this on a grayscale, how we want our shadow to be. And then when we want another one, we just take it, click again, and this is going to be our secondary, and we'll make that secondary a lot lighter, like this. And since it's an 8-ball here, we have this green one, the light source is coming from that side, so we'll take the mesh tool again and click here in the corner and make it lighter. And this one we want to do the opposite on. So we'll take this one, click up here, and make it darker. Pulling this down here, like this, until we get our desired color there. And that gives it that 3D look, just to make sure it looks like a pool ball. Let's take and draw a little circle there. I'm going to take that stroke off. I'm going to put a number 8 there. Myriad Pro works well, but we're probably going to need a little larger size. Quite so big. Try it at about 60. And pull that down. There we So now, once we're satisfied here, the right size maybe. There we go. I want to take and select all of this, and I want to group it. Let's make it easier to work with. And then we want to paste it and flip it. Easy enough just to flip it like this and put it underneath. So we have our reflection, and we can, depending on how our tilt is there. And we want to have this one underneath like that, so it looks like a reflection. There we go. And make it a black background. Might be a good idea now to do a different layer this time. And make that black. Make it a nice pure black. And put that underneath everything. Now in between, probably here, between here and here, take this layer and make it a gradient. Go like this. Pull it down so it's in the middle. Put that between these two. Turn it into a gradient. Oops. And you can change that angle to 90 degrees. So the darker on the top. And we can obviously adjust these however we want to adjust those. And go to, make sure transparency is up. It's up somewhere. There it is. And choose a mode here, multiply. And just put this kind of where we want it. So it comes out just right. Let's see what it looks like. And there we go. We have a nice reflection there of our 8 balls. So be sure to save this, and you save it as an Illustrator file. And that Illustrator file can be opened in Photoshop. Now we're rasterizing it. We're turning it into pixels. Once this is done, you can't go back. If you want to open it up again in Illustrator, it's going to be a raster file. And so if you lost that really nice aspect of it. No? And let's crop it. And resize it. That's a problem right there. You can see now it's pixelated, but that's just the way of the world. Save it for web. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to look and see what my options are. We can have it as a JPEG or a GIF. And I really don't see a whole lot of difference. So we'll save it as a JPEG. And that's it. That's our tutorial.